Now here we show the 3-count block. Now you can block with one stick or your lead stick and then strike. We've shown blocking with 2 sticks and then striking. And this is another variation using a 3-count before we strike. Now, one of them isn't necessarily better than the other. It's just different, and it depends on the situation that you're in. Now, if you notice, when we're striking with the lead hand blocks first. Then the second one checks. Sometimes it'll hold your attacker's arm in place, and then you counter strike with that lead hand. Now, just like before, that lead hand can go over the shoulder or under the arm. It really doesn't matter. Sometimes it's a matter of personal preference. Sometimes it just depends on where your hands are at the time of the attack. Once again, we want to make sure that we practice the high line and the low line. Now this would represent an angle 3 or an angle 7. Be sure to move to the other side or put 4 sticks in place so that you can practice the angle 2, 4, and 6. Now, as you see in the actual application, we're actually hitting the arm and or hand before we're striking the head. Like I said in the last video, while it's optimum to hit the hand, it's not always easy to do. Striking the forearm or wrist with enough force should also cause your opponent to drop his weapon. Now, when striking your partner's arm with the rattan sticks, be sure to go slow so you don't strike too hard. And then later on, move to the sticks, striking the stick with each block. That way you can go as fast and hard as you like. If you were paying attention, you would notice the previous blocks were meeting the force, while the angle 8 is following the force. It doesn't necessarily have to be this way. That's just the way I did it in the drill. Now, if you remember in FMA, your empty hand and your weapons applications are the same. This is how it would look in the empty hand version. Notice how we grab the arm and pull the opponent into the strike. striking with the rear arm is really not that much different. The main difference is that you block with the rear hand first. If you're doing a 3-count block, the stick that you block with first is the one that you're going to strike with. If you watch closely, you'll see I'm using a lot of footwork here. You don't want to just depend on your sticks or your blocks to keep you out of trouble. You have to use your footwork to maneuver around the attack. There are a lot of variations to these, and sometimes you'll see me striking with both hands at the same time, and sometimes I'll use 4 counts instead of 3. This is all very similar to your Hu Bud.